Hello everyone, it's me Pavlo and I have a heartwarming daily dose of Ukrainian accent for you. Today we are going to talk about really interesting earphones, Snowsky Oak Nano. And basically it's a successor of FiiO's FD7 earphones that I really like. Somehow they decided to put them into the Snowsky line of products and they decided to put it in a separate subline named Oak. They are planning some other earphones and headphones in this line. I don't know about their reasoning. They probably have some reasons to make these changes, but I think it's not that important. Just consider it as a new FiiO's dynamic driver flagship. When I am recording this video, these earphones are not officially announced. Maybe I will release it after the announce, or maybe before. I need to ask FiiO about that, but I've spent it like 5 days with these IEMs. And as I'm a huge fan of dynamic drivers, single dynamic driver models, I was really impressed, so I decided to make this video while my excitement still lasting to give you better emotional feedback on this model. It's a dynamic driver with a beryllium alloy diaphragm. FiiO used some new materials, experimented with tuning, and so on and so forth. Targeted price for this model will be $500. And if something will change at release time, I will add pinned comment. But meanwhile, let's have a closer look. We used to Snowsky packaging with bright colors and interesting graphics, but for Oak Nano, FiiO decided to go with much more strict design because it's much more expensive model than traditional Snowsky products. It's an interesting box with almost cube-like shape, and underneath this cover you can see the main box with seal here, so it's sometimes a bit complicated to find a proper orientation for it. You open it and on top you're getting a box with earphones themselves. So this part we can close, and here we have two extra drawers. One with huge set of accessories and even more than one. So I like that they've added plastic organizers. Sometimes it's hard to open without breaking your nails, but it's a matter of usage. So probably I need to push here or do some other tricks. So okay, I did it. You can see different tips, double flange, balanced ones, basic, vocal travel oriented ones, and foam, and also sticky silicone tips and extra pair of gray silicone. So definitely you'll find some tips suiting you. And here you're getting FiiO, if I remember correctly, it's HS18 tips or something like that. So some proprietary FiiO tips, magnet organizer, replaceable connectors, 3.5 millimeter, and USB Type-C connector, which is pretty good, and cleaning tool. And of course, here you get earpieces themselves, stock cable, and replaceable filters. So as you can see, accessory set is huge. In terms of design, Oak Nano are almost classical IEMs with barrel-like shells with extended spouts, and actually they are pretty compact because they housing only one single dynamic driver, so FiiO decided to make them really small, and that improves their usability and comfort a lot because they're fitting into almost any ears. They have proper angle of spouts, they have nice length of spouts. Of course, they can be unscrewed if you want to replace them, and screw back, so that everything is really well fit and nice machined. They have a lip for holding the tips and protective grill, of course. Lot of vent holes at different places, so some on faceplate, some here, and so on. Interesting faceplate with unusual pattern, but also pretty simple one. So FiiO decided to go for a really straightforward and minimalistic design, which actually fit earphones a lot. They are really well built, they feel really solid and nicely made. So cable is made replaceable. Here used classical 2-pin connector without any recessed pins or something like that. So absolute classics. But of course, it's really unlikely that you will need some third-party cable because stock one is great. So they are color coded. You can see left is blue socket and blue connector, nicely fitting, looking great together. There are ear hooks formed, and here is cable itself, pretty thick braided, but at the same time it's on the softer side of things. Maybe not super soft, but still comfortable enough and not having any microphonic effect. There is a splitter with chin slider, and it goes down to the traditionally replaceable connector. You need to unscrew here and then pull strong, and you can disconnect and replace it with the type of connector you'll need. Then you connect it back and just screw this back, and here it is. So in terms of design and exterior, everything is also great. FiiO gave buyers two ways of customizing sound of these earphones. First one is classical tip rolling, and you getting tons of tips for this purpose. You definitely can find something that will suit you best, both in terms of comfort and in terms of sound. And the second way is replaceable spouts, stock ones with black rubber rings and alternative one with red rubber rings. And instead of putting some foam or other filtering material inside, FiiO just made them with different inner diameters. Black ones are wider and red ones are narrower, meaning that black, I call them stock, brighter, more focused on the upper, mids, and treble, with more energy and micro nuances in the high frequency region for those who like forward and energetic treble. And the red ones are working as an acoustic dampener, slightly reducing energy in high frequencies, making sound slightly warmer and more full-bodied on the mid frequencies. Of course, I'm a well-known pervert in terms of tuning, and I like high frequencies, so I went for the black ones. They were attached out of the box, so I consider them stock ones and will describe you sound with this pair. But keep in mind, if you want more body for the mids and less treble, you get an alternative. And it makes much sense because it's usually the main split point for audio fans. Some like high frequencies, other like more comfortable type of sound. So bass go to maximum depth. It's fast, with great transitions, with nice detalization, and of course it's the type of bass that good and speedy dynamic driver can deliver, with great texturing, with small nuances, but not too overly accented. It's really punchy with great rumble, but at the same time not over dominating and staying at its place when it's necessary. So it's not like overly warm earphones. In terms of weight, you're getting exactly that amount that is present in the record, but of course you're getting technicalities, you're getting speed, punch, and stuff like that. And of course, when necessary, warmth is present when it's present in the record too. Bass is well controlled and stays on its place even on pretty bass heavy tracks. First one is Libertango by Trio de Curda, and it's one of the best recorded performances ever, with really saturated acoustic bass that builds the foundation for the accordion, and with these earphones deliver it with great contrast, giving you superb immersion into the track. And Michael Jackson's cover of Come Together, really good arrangement with lot of small nuances, with great bassline delivered by these earphones, and thanks to the technicality and contrast, they separate bass from the all mid and high frequency nuances, vocals and other things really well, giving you really pleasant experience. Mid frequencies are really well balanced, and they giving that type of equilibrium that good dynamic drivers does. On one hand, they are detailed. On other hand, they are not going into too focused micro contrast. They are not too nitpicking. They have great dynamics, and this macro dynamics gives you nice emotion representation, but at the same time they almost don't boost this emotion. So basically what is present in the record you will get, but with maximum clarity and saturation. So they are critical for the quality of record, but not overly critical. Of course, they will show you issues, but at the same time they won't overly highlight them. Upper mids are accented, but not too much, and with a red set of spouts you can slightly adjust this. Really good body for male vocals, nicely saturated female vocals, good balance of technicality and details. Imagery stage is pretty spacious, maybe not maximum, but pretty big, with good holographic effect, precise positioning. With black filters and with red filters it became slightly more intimate, but still rather big. They don't become like super intimate overall. And first example, it's Bittersweet by Marillion. Superb start of the track with that percussions, with guitar, and then main tune starts, and all that is represented with great details and emotions. And Fish's vocal here is really superb, and these earphones deliver it with all nuances. And Hocus Pocus, I like the original version of this track, but somehow I like Helloween cover is I like it even more, because it's absolutely crazy that yodel with fast metal riffs are really fun and exciting combination, and these earphones deliver it with all nuances and at the same time without excessive sharpness. High frequencies with black filter reminds me a bit of balanced armatures. They have faster than average attacks and decays, meaning that they are leaning slightly towards more airy side, but at the same time you're getting pretty noticeable amount of energy put in the high frequencies. That gives you great overtone saturation, both basic and advanced. And the treble here has a really nice extension, maybe not maximum, but noticeably above average. Layering is good, but probably not great, but still really good. So all that trailing overtones are nicely separated. At the same time, high frequencies are pretty energetic, and if there are some issues with treble in the record, you will hear it. If you want a bit softer and calmer high frequencies, you can use red filters, and they will give you pretty detailed and nice, but less accented and saturated type of representation. Airiness is reduced, and the attacks and decays are just average. So probably it's a slightly more comfortable type of listening, but I'm a fan of black filters anyway. First example will be Summer Moved On by a-ha. Lot of overtones in vocal, nice instruments with overtones going to the high frequencies, and all that sounds really ethereal and really enjoyable with these earphones. And the Søren Bebe trio, Winx, I really like this jazz band. I like their performance, and they have a really nice record quality. Actually, if you visit their website, you can order free CD with their music. You pay only for delivery, but I've bought extra CDs and I bought their LP. I really like it. It's well performed, well composed, and really nicely recorded with attention to details and nuances. Actually, all the things that we like Scandinavian jazz for. And here you getting nice treble, really well balanced, airy, and detailed with these earphones. In terms of pairing, they are not critical. You can enjoy them with some good dongle deck in the below $100 price range, or even with some Bluetooth receiver. And basically, FiiO gave buyers the baseline with that USB Type-C connector with deck in the accessory set. But they have a lot of scalability with good source, so they can go up to the entry top level players and decks because of their balance and technicalities. They can grow noticeably with good source, so I definitely recommend you pairing them with something higher end. Speaking about the comparisons, probably the only model I am thinking about comparing is FiiO's FD7. I was a fan of FD5, then I switched towards FD7, and I'm a huge fan of their tuning. I like FiiO's vision of single dynamic driver flagships, and here we can definitely see the continuation. It's basically similar type of tuning, but executed on a slightly higher level. It's not some kind of night and day difference, not the type of sell FD7 immediately and buy those earphones, but here you're getting more mature treble, you're getting slightly more balanced attacks and decays on the mid frequencies, you're getting more spacious stage, actually even not more spacious but more three-dimensional and holographic. And these earphones are FiiO's current statement in the dynamic drivers range. We'll see what we'll get in the OAX series besides these earphones, but it's a really good start of the new line of IEMs. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and have a great day.